In this video, we're going to take a look at the Recycly customer portal and how it can allow you to offer more interactive services directly with your ITAD customers. So to show this is a website that's been built using Recycly. You don't have to necessarily use Recycly for your whole website. You can have your customer portal hosted on something like portal.yourdomain.com. That's entirely possible. In this example, this company's website has been built with Recycly. And up the top here, as a customer, I can click on my account to see what services and bookings I've got with this particular ITAD. And so you see, as a customer, these are the different things I can see via the portal. So I can see any jobs that I've got outstanding and any collections associated with those. I've also got access to my quotations, orders and invoices. So all the key documents that you want your customers to be able to access easily are all available via the portal. Let's just drill into some jobs to see what that looks like. So here's a list of example jobs with a summary of the items and the different stages. So this particular job I can see is currently in the processing stage. If I click into that job, I can see the associated collection. So the collection is being processed, so it's obviously just the asset items that are currently being processed. We've got various other information about the job here. On the right hand side, I can see various options. I've got access to view the live inventory. If I click onto that, so this is showing me all of the assets that have been processed or are currently being processed by this ITAD. And you can see the data status there as well. Recycly is very particular about making sure that you know the status of the data and all the assets that you process. And I can actually drill into this top one here and look at the actual specific details of this individual laptop. And I can see here the two hard drives. I can see their serial numbers and the fact that the erasure has been completed. So a lot of information available directly to the customer, which is really good. If we go back up the level, the customer can actually download this list as well via a CSV. They'll download a file which they can then keep for their own records. Going back up to the job, the other options that you're able to do is to expose various reports to your customers directly to download. These are completely customizable. They're based on customizable templates, and you have the control of what you actually want to allow your customers to directly download. Let's just take a look at the data erasure certificate as an example. Just click on that. Cool, so there you go. So this is just one example of a report. In this particular example, it's given us all the hard drives that have been erased, as well as the source system. It tells us which erasure standard was used, and various other information. So going back up to the top level of the portal, click the little home button. So you've also got access to quotes, orders and invoices. Just to show you quickly the quotes, if I click onto the quotations button, I can see here got a few quotes that are outstanding. If I click into one of these, I've actually got access to do a number of things as a customer. So I can ask a question. So for example, I could say, can I have a quote with 2 additional deal sellers? And then send that. So that then gets filed into the history. So then the person dealing with that quote will get a message. They can then respond and update the quote as needed. And then when the customer is ready to accept this quote, they can just accept the quote. Go through to our e-signing area, do a squiggle, accept. That then sends an email back to the ITAD to say that the customer accepted the quote. So that's the quoting side. Orders and invoices very similar. They just allows you access to view those documents, and you can see with invoices we've got an option here to actually pay those invoices as well. So quite a lot of interactivity available via the portal. And finally, it's worth mentioning the customer can update their own details as well. So up here I could go into this, and as a customer I can update my phone number and address. Customers can also add additional contacts. So if they want to allow someone else at their organisation access to the Recycly portal, they can literally just click add a contact, put in the details, email address, and then that will send the customer, that user, an invite to get access to the portal. So that's a lot of flexibility that you can give to your customers just by taking Recycly. So that's it for this video, and if you'd like any more information on Recycly, we have FAQs and release history and pricing and various other things available on our Recycly website, which is recyc.ly. Thank you.